Hey friends, today's video will be peaceful and calm, which is exactly what I was channeling during this 11/11 journal session. And this is just a standard morning of tuning in and connecting with all of my ritual items and just spending time with myself and my daughter and connecting with what's on my heart. And it just so happened that I started a new fresh notebook on 11/11, and I use my hands a lot when I'm like in magic mode. Hands are wands. So I pulled out the mugwort. She was really calling to me, doubling down on protection lately. She's just so wise. So I was grateful for the smoke bundle that I had, because my family traditionally will celebrate 11/11 as a day of new beginnings. You know, this amplification of the number one and the self and starting over. And the East is the element of air, and air is one of new beginnings. So I just called in the 4 directions and centered myself, and Daphne loves this type of thing. So we tuned in. I pulled that sticker off my new notebook, and I'm going to crack it open and just start writing. I always start with the date because I do like to look back at my journals. I buy the same notebook every single time I go to Walmart, specifically for this very basic spiral bound notebook, but my archive is organized the way I like it and available so I can look back on astral events, moon cycles, and look for synchronicities. And I always start with the date on top. I've gone through many different journaling styles throughout the years. I share in my Oracle Masterclass how I like to do my pulls. I have had Daily Dose of Mindfulness, which I like go through each of the chakra centers and shadow work. But I was just free forming today, and I love pulling out the markers or watercolors and having a little bit of like color therapy, some creativity. And what I just wrote out was for you. I feel like the universe has been sending me really specific messaging around living this life for me, doing everything I do for me, like just having my fullness of experience, and creative expression is one of the ways I can do that. And I'm laughing to myself because there's more to it, but it's between me and the universe. So it's really sweet to pull out my markers and just feel like I have a space to be creative, and that it's not necessarily for anything. It's just for me. I'm really feeling this reclamation in this Scorpio season of all the things that I love, all the things that make me feel like myself, and not really letting anything get in the way of that. And so today was kind of an experiment with Daphne. I did a lot of my journaling and readings for myself with Rex when he was little, my firstborn, and he sat really well for that, and we were able to vibe and like do things near each other like that. Daphne's hit or miss. She's like all up in my grill all the time. So, I just gave it grace, but I'm not going to, skip out on the things that I love. I like incorporating my children as much as possible so they can get used to these things and also learn and witness what it's like to fill your own cup. So I pulled the rhythm card, which is so aligned. It's a great reminder. It's exactly what I needed that day, to slow down and not move from urgency, to take a beat, take a breath. It was a bit of a challenge, but it was welcome. I love being able to apply all the mindfulness things that I practice outside of the vacuum. Just the day before this, I had reserved my journaling session for her nap time, because that's just really what I needed that day, was that privacy. And it was such a beautiful, intimate sun-kissed time and like exactly what I needed. So I felt up for the challenge of sitting with her this morning. Something that my children have helped me actualize is like the holding the reverence and the sacredness of what I do, even if it's not perfect, even if it's not in complete stillness and in the exact perfect order and pretty much up to my expectations, that, you know, this practice that you're witnessing was so sacred and beautiful and bright and colorful and vibrant, even if it wasn't to a T what I would have planned for myself. It was a lot of fun, and there were some giggles and there were some learning aspects as well. So I just encourage you to do the things that feel good to you, do those self-care things, even if it's not exactly how you wish they were set up, because every moment is an opportunity for a new beginning. 11/11. So yeah, just keep trying new things. Let it be awkward, let it be messy, because the benefit of the practice of tuning in with yourself definitely pays off. And so it is. I took my rhythm card, I found my matching oracle teacup, brewed a little blend for myself, more angel numbers, and started sipping on that. That was the morning. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you next week.